Hello, beautiful, blessed souls. Welcome to Brainy Twin Gemini. If you're new, welcome. We'd love for you to be part of our soul tribe and our loving vibe. If you're a returning sub, thank you so much for your love, your likes, your support, your comments. It truly warms my heart from the bottom of my heart, and I love you all so very, very much. A little bit about myself. I'm a twin back in physical reunion with my twin after undergoing a physical separation on our earth in the 3D world. I channel everything in a journal each day. I strictly flip the cards out of my own entertainment purposes. The cards always resonate with my journal. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm channeling, it's the same regimen every single day. So I get up at about anywhere from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. That's when the spirit guides come to me, give me very profound messages. I journalize everything in my journal. And then like I said, I do it for my own entertainment purposes. I feel like I'm a messenger on this journey. And I just use the cards just for pictorial purposes. It always resonates with my journal. So I'm just going to go through my journal first. Oh, this card's stuck there. And I'm just going to go over the signs and the syncs. And it's just crazy how these come out. I can't believe how these come out. So I have here patience and why I have this title here, why our ego is destroying our being. Number 444, 888 I keep seeing, and it's not a number that I see often, and that represents financial abundance. 222, 333, 111. I see the doves every single day. The dove is a sign that I'm a messenger on this journey, but it also represents peace, love, harmony, maternal. It is such a beautiful, beautiful sign on this journey. And this morning, just before I was going into the bath, I meditate in the bath as well. So it is a very long ritual. It's about a 3-hour ritual to channel all this energy. And I didn't see the dove, but then I'm like, okay, God, just send me a bird. So I know that I'm meant to do a message today. And this huge, gigantic hawk that I saw last week flew right within seconds of me asking. And then after I channeled more energy in the bath, meditated, 2 doves came right afterwards. So I knew that I was meant to deliver this message. There's so much here. So you can see the date, September 20th. There's all this here, lots and oodles of energy. I always leave it for the element of surprise. I don't know who this message is for. Left foot is sore. Some of you, your sinuses are clearing. May have itchy ears. I don't know where this stuff comes from. I just meant to deliver the message. So sore foot, sinuses clearing. I just want to go over something too. 1 week today it will be 2 years since my twin and I came back into physical reunion, and I embarked on the journey back to him in the 3D world, and it was me that went to him. So it'll next week it'll mark 2 years. I feel like there's so many things in here, new beginnings, all sorts of wonderful things, but it's all represented here in the cards. And like I'm sitting here by myself, like before I used to do them live. And even when I'm doing them by myself, I'm still like, I can't believe this. I just cannot believe how this stuff comes out. It never ceases to amaze me how these cards resonate with the energy of my journal. And I do it strictly for my own amazement. I truly, truly do. So I'm just using a couple of different cards here. And I'm just letting the twin flame cards recharge. And so I do 4 cards. What's in the masculine heart space? If they could say anything to the feminine, what would it be? Overall energy. I have healing energy here. So what needs to be healed in the twin flame collective? And then further over here, I have wisdom. So the wisdom to help you navigate the journey. So sun, number 1, is such a beautiful thing. And 1 is, to me, new beginnings. Oh, yes, and I've been seeing 1010 quite often, too, and 555. It's just, I don't look for these numbers. They just bounce out at me. So new beginnings. And I feel like there is such a huge shift in our vibration and our Earth's vibration. And many of you are like, why did I even embark on this journey? Why am I twin flame? What is my purpose? stay tuned. I'm working on videos. I have so many projects I'm working on, but my hand is divinely guided by my pen. So the sun, new beginnings. I cannot believe again how this is coming out. So the first chakra is the root chakra, and the root chakra is located at the base of the spine. It forms our foundation. It governs our understanding, grounding, and connections to the physical world. When developed, it brings us health, prosperity, security, and dynamic presence. Sorry if you can't see that. But I feel like some of you have some, and I feel these aches and pains, and they just seem to come out of nowhere. Lower back pain. And so this lower back pain could be a result of your first chakra being blocked, and it governs all sorts of things in your spiritual growth, in your spiritual journey, and it relates to physical plane and reality. So the masculine energy is grounding their energy. There's some blockages, but I feel like they're going through this accelerated awakening, and their chakras are opening up. And this financial constraints card, number 13, I keep seeing number 888, and some of the masculine energy has some financial constraints, and this has to do with some karmic partnerships or karmic cycles, their jobs. They may have just recently lost their job. And this overwhelming abundance is coming for the masculine energy. And lastly, solar plexus, number 37, third chakra, Archangel Camuel. And again, twins are very aligned when they come into each other in physical by their solar plexus and by the third eye. And the solar plexus relates to personal power. And when it's cleared, it's when developed, it improves personal power, energy, and effectiveness. And I feel like because there's a new beginning, because of these endings, the masculine is standing in their personal power and feminine energy. So are you. And it's because of your beautiful, loving energy, you were able to help the masculine stand in their personal power. They were powerless, stuck in these cycles, these terrible, terrible karmic cycles, and, just perpetuating the same cycle. But they're standing up for themselves, standing in their personal power and saying, I've had enough. I'm moving on. So that's their current heart space. If they could say anything, I'm just going to move this over here. So you're very connected and you're standing in your personal power. This is a message for you. Here's the front. So let's just look down at these beautiful cards here. And it says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Trust, faith, belief, just trust. That's one thing that I always had on this journey, even though it was so difficult and it brought me to my knees several times. I had trust and faith. And I believe the trust and faith, this is just a snippet of what I wrote. I seldomly go back to read what I wrote in the past, because the past is meant to stay in the past, but I have boxes of journals of messages. And I swear those are from divine. Just have trust and have faith. I'm just picking them out of nowhere. So this here, and it says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess equally. So the qualities you don't like are also our own reflection. That's exactly it. A mirror soul of each other. And you have so many similarities. And when you come into each other, it's your mirror soul. And sometimes it forces you to look in the mirror. And when you look in the mirror, there's some elements of your life that you don't like. That's great progress. But projecting, and, just be careful what you project. I love this dove. To me, it just represents harmony. I have that written down in my journey. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Resonates with the one card. So there is a new beginning, feminine energy, and the masculine wants you to know this. They're standing in their power. They're moving forward, and it's beautiful. And lastly, we have this here, and time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So that resonates with this card here, trust. Trust in time and divine time. It'll happen. Sometimes we trust too hard and we let that ego destroy our being here. And I'm doing a huge thing on ego. So, what is the overall energy? Beautiful. Again, I cannot believe the way these cards come out. The sixth chakra, third eye. So as I said, your third eye is opening. When you come into each other, you intuitively open each other's third eye almost instantly. Why? How do you know this? Because all of a sudden your intuition is amplified. It's over the roof. It's crazy how intuitive, empathic, just awake. It just governs so much on your journey. And this telepathic and all of these wonderful, beautiful gifts that you were given. Imagine you are been in the hawk that I saw this morning. I was thinking about past lives, and I wrote that in my journal today, and how much of a gift you were able to find each other in this lifetime. You've been searching for lifetimes for each other. What a gift. Sometimes it's tough, but when you get to the light and you see what this is all about, and you'll see it in your own time, no journey's the same. You'll see it in your own time, and you get to the light of yourself, but you are very connected intuitively, telepathically, energetically, magnetically. That was a tongue twister. 52, goddess of the moon. The masculine energy feels like you're a goddess, a god. You came into their life, and even though they couldn't take the intensity of the energy of the love in their heart, you forced them on a journey, a path to just get rid of everything that wasn't working for them. And they've come to the truth of who you are. Again, just to give you, this isn't true about me, but it's just to give you some insight. When we came back into physical reunion, and I knocked, well, I didn't even knock on the door. He looked at the window and he saw me, like he felt my essence, my energy. It just at that time, he looked out the window and he saw me and he came to the door. And we spoke for hours, and then we met up later that evening. And then, it was some time later, like a day or two of us talking, he had said that his karmic was his twin flame. I didn't say anything right away. I digested it for a week or two. And then we were sitting down and I just basically said, she's not your twin flame, I am. And then I showed him the channel. I showed him my journals, and I said, I triggered that in you, because how would he even ever know what a twin flame is? So the masculines are gaining the knowledge, this new beginning, and it's beautiful. Attachment. I just feel some of you are really, really hanging on to that ego, the mask, the false self, and overthinking, and just have sleepless nights, insomnia, all sorts of things, tossing and turning, constantly thinking of your twin. Let go. Have faith. Trust in God or divine, however you resonate, and blossoming abundance. And I just feel that there's a huge manifestation of abundance right now. So it's all beautiful. So overall energy, absolutely gorgeous. I love it all so much. This here is, I'm just going to move this over a little bit so you can see it. So these are the healing cards here. And I have faith. So that resonates with trust, time, just have faith. I don't want to, reiterate the same message over and over again. Just have faith. Don't lose the faith. I think sometimes when we're on this journey, it is a test of our faith, and to see if you are going to sacrifice the faith. And you go through some very, very uncomfortable events on this journey, and it really does test your faith, but just have faith. And another thing I wrote in my journal today, and again, what resonates, resonates, what doesn't, doesn't. Pack away what doesn't. I don't believe you would come together in this lifetime not to be together in this lifetime. Sometimes things happen, but even when you come into each other in this lifetime, it truly is a miracle and it truly is a gift. So just have faith. Self-sabotage, temptation. I feel like these two go hand in hand, and I feel like some of you again are overthinking and you're self-sabotaging and not self-loving. This is a journey of self-love. And many, I'm not going to just say twin flames, many people on this earth, they go through severe trauma and childhood trauma. And this trauma compromises our worth and our love for oneself. And when twins come into each other, they trigger these wounds, these childhood wounds, this trauma, this past trauma. And you're meant to heal those wounds. And what a great gift that is. Some people navigate their whole journey in life not being able to heal those wounds. So the gift in itself is you come in and trigger those wounds. And sometimes, as part of those triggers, your inner child acts up. If that makes any sense. And the inner child is battling with each other. The inner child is behaving poorly. So sometimes these triggers can be very uncomfortable. So then some of you are just not taking care of yourself in the self-sabotage. You're not, you've kind of let go of, certain things like, excuse me, eating properly, exercising. You've just kind of let it go. And you're just in the self-loathing state. And you have to nourish your temple. Your temple is very important because the temple houses the soul. So, and then this came out yesterday. So I don't know how this happens. I let the cards fall out the way they're meant to fall out. Pride. And pride is sometimes, having too much of it is not a good thing, because your pride inhibits your movement forward on the journey. You have too much pride. Let it go. Let go of ego. It's very prevalent right now. Some of you are hanging on to ego for dear life, and it's okay. It's okay to hang on to your ego, because that's what you identify with, and that's what you've identified with your entire life. And when it starts to disintegrate, it's scary as, I'm not going to swear, but because it's like, what's happening to me? Like, everything I knew, everything is a lie, it's okay. And then I'm just going to put these wisdom cards up. So I have these two, and I can't believe they're coming up this way. And, it's insane how this stuff works. And I've got the why, and I've got the thinker card here. And as I said, number 31 and number 44, 4 is definitely my number. And maybe that's what you're overthinking. Why did this happen? I never asked for this. I was just living my life. And this person came in, and we had shared the most beautiful, magnificent love two souls, technically one soul, could ever share. And now it's gone. I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't deserve this. Overthinking. And that's one of the things that, is the noise, the block, the garbage, is our mind. It truly is. And it really, really does steal our peace, our harmony, our balance. And you just have to let it go and let God, and just have that peace and that harmony within. And this came out yesterday as well. And it means that there is a transformation. There's a new beginning. There's endings and new beginnings. And you're leaving the old world behind, and you're going into the new world, which is you. And it's also beautiful. And I love it also very much. So that's what I have. Again, always resonates with my journal. I think I'm going to do a journal read. And I'm actually going to go back and take some of my old journals and just read them. Only because it's coming up to our 2-year anniversary in physical reunion. And I just want to give you a flavor of what the messages that were given to me at that time in physical separation. Everything I do is to help you. I'm just a messenger here. And lastly, for your beautiful, beautiful souls, your smile illuminates my soul. It makes me feel whole. There is no part of me that your love cannot fill. From the first moment we met, I am forever grateful, and I count my blessings each day. Beloved Jewel. Same, both. Both of you are getting to this new discovery of yourself, this new discovery of this connection, and you realize that once was a curse, which you thought, is now a blessing. And that's huge, huge, huge progress. So that's all I have for you today, folks. Again, if any of this resonates in any way, kindly hit the like, notification bell, comment. We love to hear your comments. Have a super day, blessed souls.